All right. So here we go. Ready? I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock. And ready, start now. Oh, I put 15 seconds. We don't want that. 15:00. Start. Okay, now. All right. So get something done. All right. Make an intention, set an intention for this 15 minutes and work on it. All right. Now, we're going to talk about a little topic. I got a topic that I'm going to talk about. It's don't pass it up, pick it up. So I'll talk about this while you get stuff done. Okay. All right. So, wait, one other thing I want to say about getting stuff done while you're working on this. Set an intention. What are you going to do? And then stick to it for the amount of time that we're going. You're going to get some thoughts that say, oh, do this. Oh, do this. Oh, wait a minute. There's this. Stick to it. And then when you're done sticking to what it is that you've decided to do, I want you to put in the chat how much work you actually got done. Like how much and how it felt. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe how much I got done in that amount of time. All right. Remember, we have this warped perception of time, and that really stops us from either doing what it is that we need to do or not doing things because we think it's going to take too long, you know? All right, so here we go. Don't pass it up, pick it up. Now, I learned this from Pam Young and Peggy Jones. I give them full credit for my rebirth from slobdom to non-slobdom. It's like, you know, if you were a smoker and then you're a non-smoker, I'm not that person anymore. Just like if you learned math, you know, we take the identity of disorganized. We need to stop doing that. You're not dis anything. You just simply didn't know how. That's it. So once you learn how, once you know how, now all you have to do is say, oh, I didn't know how. Now I do know how. This is who I am. It isn't even who I am. You know, think about it. Before you knew how to add, right? Before you knew how to do math, was that an identity? Was it, oh, I am such a non-mathematician. Oh, I'm so non-mathematical. No, it's not an identity. It is simply a fact that you hadn't learned something yet. Done. That's it. Once you learned it, now you're like, oh yeah, I know math. That's it. That's it. So we want to release the identity that we have. You know, identity means like to make the same as. It's like saying, well, it's part of me. Here's my arm. The arm is part of me. Yeah, that's true. Is being non-mathematical part of you? No, it's just something that you didn't know and then you learned. So it's a society thing. It's a thing that society has kind of like wrapped up in a package that we bought hook, line, and sinker. Okay? So Pam Young, Peggy Jones, the authors of Sidetracked Home Executives, great book, make you laugh, make you feel good about yourself. I highly recommend it. That's where I got my start in living the life that is free from chaos and confusion, honestly. Now, I've been doing this since 1989. So what is that? This is 2021. Somebody do the math for me. I don't want to think about it. Been doing this for a long time. Lots of things have changed since then. And so what I do is I help people to do what I did with their blessing. Today, we're going to talk about one of the habits that they had in their book, which was don't pass it up, pick it up. Now, when I first learned this, it was like this huge revelation to me, like, don't pass it up, pick it up. I mean, honestly, it was because, you know why? Because there was so much that I just felt like it was futile. Oh, why bother? There's just so much. Also, it just wasn't in my vocabulary. I didn't think about cleaning up as I go. I thought about cleaning up because it needed it. See, if we start to clean up when it needs it, it's already too late. If you clean up, if you have a plan and you clean up as you go, then it's not where you're going to be spending hours and hours and days and weeks and weeks. Do you know how many people have a vacation from work and use that vacation to clean up the house? We want that to stop. So now if you're living at home and there's stuff everywhere, right? Then you might be thinking, don't pass it up, pick it up. Well, that's impossible. All I'll be doing is picking up stuff as I go. Here's the thing. We want to have a new standard. We want to have a new reality for ourselves. We want to do things differently, because if we keep doing things the same, we're only going to be getting the same results, right? So if you can, pick it up. When you drop it, pick it up. If you're with your children, if you have children and you're at home with your children and your children are doing something, remember, we need to train them. And then they'll learn it just like they learned math or reading. So you see them drop something and walk away, stop them and say, yo, Julie, come on, you just dropped that. Put it away. And then explain a little bit more. We need to train them. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he will go, and when he is old, it will not depart from him. And training is something that has to be repetitive over and over. We need to do that for them. We need to do that for us. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over until it becomes habitual. Don't beat yourself up because you don't do it all the time. You won't do it all the time until it becomes a habit. To make something become a habit, we have to have repetition. That's just the way it goes. When you first learned how to drive a car, let's look at the time. We've got 8 minutes left, just to let you know. When you first learned to drive the car, everything was laborious, right? You went to put the car in drive and you're like, what's going on? Why won't it go in drive? And then you're sitting next to maybe your dad, your sister, your aunt, your mother. What's going on? I can't put it in drive. Do you have your foot on the brake? Oh, that's right. Put your foot on the brake. Now it goes in drive, right? Look in the mirror, like you'll go to take off and then the person next to you who is, whoever it is that's helping you learn how to drive, you didn't look in your side view mirror. You got to look and see if somebody's coming. Oh, thanks. See, now what do? Bam, 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 bam. It's an automatic, right? You get in the car, you start the car, you put your foot on the brake, put it in drive, look in the mirror, pull out, put your foot on the gas, right? It's automatic. Think about what it would be like to unlearn driving a car. Think about that. How hard would that be? It would be so hard to unlearn it. When you got in the car now, it happens so habitually that you just do it. Bam, bam, bam. Well, let's say I said to you, from now on, this is the way cars go now. You have to touch the dashboard for it to go and drive. You don't put your foot on the brake anymore. You touch the dashboard. Over and over and over again, you'd be putting your foot on the brake, putting your foot on the brake. This is the same thing like waking up in the morning and not going right on your phone. We have to retrain ourselves not to do that. So the don't pass it up, pick it up thing, it isn't going to happen overnight, but it is something that we need to happen. It needs to be part of our everyday doings, where we, walk out of the bedroom, we drop something, we pick it up. You're walking to the kitchen and you spill something, you wipe it up. Now, this goes hand in hand with do it now. There's a other habit, do it now, but it's a little bit different, because the do it now thing could be just that you have a dish and you need either put it on the counter, put it in the dishwasher. Well, do it now, not later. You're in the bathroom, you just got done showering, you're about to walk out of the room, and then bring the towel out with you. Bring your clothes out with you. Do it now, not later. But the don't pass it up, pick it up thing, that's something that it has to be it's a new standard, I guess. It's the best word I can come up with. It's just a new way of doing things. If you pass by something that's not yours, pick it up. If you drop something, pick it up. If you spill something, wipe it up. It seems like well, big freaking deal, Kathy. But if you are who I was, then it's not a big deal to you at all. You get it. Now, to your born organized friends, for your people who are born, like on their due date and on time, all those people, well, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Don't talk to them about this stuff because they aren't going to get it. If you were an alcoholic, we have 4 minutes, by the way. If you were an alcoholic and you went to friends who never had a problem with addiction, you are not only are you not going to get help from them, but you will be actually discouraged because they don't understand you. They don't know where you're coming from. They can minimize the struggle that you have. They will say, just stop. Why don't you just stop? Well, I learned from somebody who happens to be a really organized friend of mine. Her and I came to this aha moment. This is in my course, Tidy Tutor University, now known as the Tidy Tutor Masterclass. She's so organized that her backyard looked like the set of the Brady Bunch. Like, where's the dirt, Lisa? Like, where's the dirt? She would come over and she would just get everything all nice and tidy in my kitchen before you know it. And we'd be sitting down to a plate of cookies and a cup of tea. And I would always be like, how do you do it? How do you know what to do and when to do it? And just like hot sudsy water going in the sink, dishes being soaked, little piles being made, things getting put away. Like, how do you do it? And she'd say to me, this is actually in the book Sidetracked Home Executives. It's almost like I think we've all had this experience. She'd be like, Kathy, just throw the tea bags away. Like, just throw out the garbage when you do it. Well, talking to an organized person, somebody that gets it so naturally, it seems so easy. Right? It seems so easy. And she's right. Like, just throw it away. But this is the big revelation that we had together one day. She's always battled with weight. And I never have, right? I mean, lately, but, my whole life, it's always just been easy for me. So I never had to struggle with weight loss or struggle on a diet plan or anything like that. So one day, I said to her, Lisa, I get it. Just put the potato chips down. Just don't buy the ice cream. And then suddenly we both got it. While it might be really easy for you to just throw it away, right? Seems really easy in concept, but there's more to it than that, isn't it? And isn't there, I should say. And it's not about some deep issue that we have. Oh, well, you were in that horrible relationship, or, oh, well, you just lost your mother. No, I'm not belittling any of those things at all. Stuff that goes on between our ears, it's devastating. It could send us to bed for a week. Lots of stuff happens in the world, but is it the reason for our mess? Absolutely not. We just don't know how. As long as we give all of those other excuses or reasons the power, we're stuck there. It's like saying, oh, well, I can't, my hands are tied, there's nothing I can do. Who wants to live like that? It's not true. I have a friend who is, we have 1 minute left. I have a friend who is bipolar. She's diagnosed with clinical depression. She's on medication. You could eat off the floors in her house. She's not manic. That's not why. She just knows what to do and when, and she does it. But it's inborn in her. Some people are just gifted. I could play the piano with 2 hands when I was 3 years old. How did that happen? I don't know. Some people are just gifted in certain things. Does it mean we can't learn? There's tons of musicians out there that had no idea how to play a piano, and now they're in Carnegie Hall because they learned. It's the same thing here. Same exact thing, okay? So we have 11 seconds left. I want to know how you did. I want you to practice the don't pass it up, pick it up habit, okay? I want you, if you have children, I want you to teach your children Okay, the time's up. There we go. All right, so we were together for 15 minutes. We're going to do this every day. I'm going to pick a topic. I'm going to talk about it. While I talk about it, you go and do your thing. If you're watching this on replay, or if you're here now live and you can't actually do it now because you're driving, or something's going on, you got the things in your ears but you can't, then put it on later. Say to yourself, when I'm going to do this, I'm going to take 15 minutes and I'm going to do whatever it is that you've been putting out in the house, or anything that you need to do, like your nighttime routine, your morning routine, your whatever routine, right? And then put it on your ears, and for 15 minutes while you're listening to me, you do what it is you do. And then put in the comments, okay? Put in the chat what you did, how you did, how it felt. Did it take longer than you thought it did? Or are you so surprised at how much you got done? Put it in there, all right? Let's encourage each other, all right? Community is huge. Community is huge. All right, now I got to plug my Tidy Tutor Masterclass. Remember that what I'm doing now is it's pay what you can, okay? Now, my heart is that there's people that can afford it and will give more, and there's people that can't afford it and will give what they can. Right? Because I've been led to believe that this is a ministry for me and not a business. But as all ministries are, they've got to pay the bills, right? So there's a beautiful give and give relationship here. So if you found value in this, and if you want more help, go to my website, thetidytutor.com, and then you'll see right on the top, it's right there, okay? If you're somebody that has already taken my course, then I will move you in. Everybody that's an insider has been moved into the new platform and all of that. But it would be extremely helpful to me if you could just click on that, pay the minimum, $3 is the minimum, and then you'll be in there automatically, and it will just be a real blessing to me that I won't have to hire somebody to get that work done to get you in there, okay? All right, so that's that for this. If you're not an insider and you want to be, and you want this kind of help that you're seeing here, this kind of connection and all of that, then that information is available too, okay? All right, bye.